Hi, I'm Jesse with Canine Perspective, and I'm here with Chief. He's a very drivey German Shepherd. He's kind of all over the place, very spazzy. He's also got a bit of anxiety. He's been exhibiting some destructive behavior, so he's here for a 2-week board and train. We're starting off with a remote collar. He's already been fitted with the prong collar. He's very stubborn. He's also very vocal. I worked with him a bit yesterday, just getting the foundational stuff down with the healing and everything. My handlers also worked with him because only with the prong. Because one, he hadn't been taught with remote quite yet, and also for their own personal development as handlers, it's good to know how to work with these kinds of personalities, with different personalities, with different types of tools. And this guy with just a prong collar can be pretty difficult to handle if you don't know how to work with them. So right now I'm going to go and just get his perception level real quick. I'm using the Dogs 3500. I'm on 10 right now. Tap, tap, tap. 15, tap, 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 tap. A little bit of connection. 20, tap, 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 tap. 25, tap, tap, tap. 30, tap, tap, tap. 35, tap, tap, tap. 40, tap, tap. There we go. Tap, 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 tap. 45, tap, tap, tap. 50, tap, 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 tap. 55, tap, 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 tap. Almost 60, tap. There we go. And he's distracted right now. We have a dog on the floor. There we go. Tap. There we go. So here, I know a lot of trainers talk about low-level e-collar, and I'm all for low-level e-collar, but in my experience, it's always been near impossible to get as low as a 4. Now, I use Dogtra. I know they use other models like the e-collar technologies one. I prefer Dogtra. So, have I had dogs operate on a 4? Yes, I have one right now. Out of 30, 35 dogs, I'm working with one, and like in the past year, probably the only one so far. So here, what I do is I want to find a number that the dog, you can see the contraction. Just because you see the contraction doesn't mean you're communicating with the dog. Okay, I'm looking for contraction, and then I'm looking for a response from dog. Now, it could be as subtle as a dog looking down, something like this, looking around, sniffing the ground, just turning his head. So that lets you know that you have connection, and the dog feels it. But then I also want a little bit more of a response, because I want to start shaping urgency or making the command important right off the bat. So you're operating as low as possible, but as high as needed, and the dog tells you all of that. Their behavior and their response to the number you're at tells you everything you need to know. The number is just a number. Okay, don't think, oh, it's 70 and that's the answer. No, like tomorrow might be 40, the next day might be 22. The day after that might be 85. There's different moments, context, situations, environments, the status of your dog's body. Are they hot? Is it really cold? Things like that. So the number is just a number. I use it as a reference point, right? So like right now, I have tapped Chief to get him to disengage from the dog that's in the play area right now. So I'm down. I'm actually reset. I'm going down to 30 here. Yeah. There we go. So you see how earlier I was up at 70 something, I believe, and then or around that range, and now I'm at 32, and I gave one tap, and he immediately shifted. So it got me the response I wanted, plus it was a very quick movement. That speed is what's telling me now I have some sense of urgency. I'm going to dip it down. I'll be about 26 here, and there's 26, and as you can see, it deters his stare off to the right here, more towards me. So good. So here, I'm just kind of disagreeing with him staring off. He's not doing anything bad, but his owner did tell me that he saw a little bit of dog reactivity. So I want to just start kind of working on that stuff right away. When it comes to behavior, it's as simple as aversive or consequence for a decision he's made. Whether it's looking, standing up, or anything like that. You can disagree with anything you want when it comes to a behavioral thing. When it comes to obedience, we have to shape that. And then we always do start off low, and we work our way up until we know the dog feels it and understands what we are communicating, okay? So that's how I, myself, like to find my perception level, is I start off low, you can be at 5 or 10, and depending on the dog's size, for him, I went and jumps to 5, so 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, so eventually I got a big response, and he kind of shifted what he was doing. Then I talked a bit, he reset, he kind of went back and got distracted. Since his brain, or since I had contact earlier, his brain is more sensitive of the collar, then I dipped it back down, and I went down to about 32, I believe it was. And I gave another tap, and I got pretty much the same level of urgency as I got at double the number prior, right? And this goes up and down. There is no set number. Again, remember, no set number. It may change every day, depending on the environment, depending on your dog's escalation state, just your dog's breed, the thickness of their fur, do you have good contact? There's so many things that go into play here that don't get set on the number, but that's how we go to determine our perception level. If you find if your dog's perception level is always very high, you might have bad contact. If your dog has very thick fur, this is a very likely possibility. So you'll want to get special probes so that you get better contact, more consistent contact. If you have a short-haired dog and then you're like operating at the 80s level and your dog's barely responding, chances are you're probably too loose. It is possible that your dog's resiliency or tolerance of the muscle contraction is great. It does happen, but it is rare. Okay, so I'm just a Canine Perspective, and this is how I find the dog's perception level. Thank you for watching.